Well, hello again, and this is day because I've got no bloody idea what day it is. I've just spent far too much time at home. I'm going a bit stir crazy. Been out once or twice, not driving, but wife's been driving me around and been to see a few people and a few friends, but not done any bars or restaurants. Just eating at home. I mean, it's Ramadan in Malaysia, and so it's a bit quiet. And most of the restaurants at about 7:30 when they're breaking fast are very, very busy and I don't really want to be pushing and shoving around people, and it's great to be back in a seat looking at a camera. See, my eyes aren't all over the fucking shop again like I am I look like I'm Indian when I'm on a what do you call it, on a mobile phone like that. But now I can actually look straight at the camera and all is cool. So yeah, I think I'm somewhere around about, no, I don't even know really, I'm somewhere around about day 20, day 17, 18, 19, something like that. And just wanted to have a quick recap on some of the things I've been doing right, some of the things I seem to be doing wrong. You can't just do everything right, can you? So being a bit of a dozy arse like me, I'm always going to do things wrong. So first I'll address how it's feeling. 2.5, 3 weeks since the surgery, and it's feeling pretty good. I'm quite pleased with it. Touch wood, or whatever. Everything seems to be going okay. Had a few ups and downs. I've dragged I've sort of haven't had shorts on, and I've dragged my the scar a little bit along the bed, and that opened it up a little bit, and that hurt like shit. I've done that once or twice, but no damage done. And then once, which is the most serious thing, and I really thought I'd done some serious shit to it, was I reached forward, I was sitting on the bed, and somebody put my watch at the end of the bed, and without even thinking, because things were feeling pretty good, I'd been up icing, so there was no pain, and I just bent forward and literally doubled over to get it, and it felt like something snapped, and I really shit my pants over it, and so I started Googling things like, how do I know if I've dislocated it or broken something? And I think the stock answer was, if you're in a mountain of pain or your leg just doesn't function at all because it's dislocated, if there's no bone in the socket, your leg's just going to wiggle like that. So I'd come to the conclusion that I hadn't done anything too serious, but I definitely had pulled a few things. Your muscles are really tight, and I did go right forward, and that hurt for maybe 3-4 days. It felt like there was a golf ball under my bum, which I'm guessing was my piriformis muscle, which sort of twanged a bit or something like that. But yeah, that's the only real fuck-ups I've done, to be honest. The rest of the time I've been really careful. The other thing is about how much exercise and walking I've done, and you have to be very, very careful with that. I think sometimes less is more, and there is a lesson to be learned there. I started wearing my stepwatch. I was curious to see how much walking I did in the house, because walking up and down and all this kind of stuff. Oh, that's how she was FC. So I was walking up and down, and I wondered how many steps. So I put a watch on to count the steps, and then I decided to start going out the house a little bit and went to see the herons. We have a heron colony just outside the house and doing a few things. I walked along to the end of the street on my own, and because I was on my own and nobody's telling me to stop, my wife wasn't there, I walked a fair whack because I wanted to beat yesterday's total, and then I remembered, shit, I've got to walk back. So that day, I sort of built up on Monday doing 2,500, Tuesday I did 3,000, and on that day, on the Wednesday, I did 3,500. I'd also done a physio session on the Monday night, and I went to see my physio on Thursday, and she went fucking apeshit with me because she said, look at your leg, it's massive. And it was. My leg had really ballooned up, the knee was starting to disappear, the ankle was starting to disappear, and I'd really just walked far too much. And she really gave me a bollock and said, look, this is just not what you want to be doing. So she said 3,500 way too much, and there's a lot of soft tissue which is damaged, and I'm getting very angry, and it can actually cause an infection like that. So she said, chill the hell out. So I've chilled out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, did a lot of leg elevation, basic rice principles, rest, ice, compress, elevate, and I did elevate it a lot, and the swelling did come down really nicely till I had a normal leg again, and it could fit into my shorts. So yeah, I think I was listening to my body, but it wasn't telling me fuck all. It was like, it didn't really feel tired. It didn't really feel that bad. It just, I knew in my heart of hearts I was probably walking just a little bit too far, but yeah. And I just watched it swell up in front of me. So there you go. Less is more, I think, and just take your time and do bit by bit by bit. So you just got to be a bit careful. After all, it still was only a couple of weeks ago that you had half your fucking leg removed and chopped up and all that kind of stuff. So just chill out. So I think the moral of this monologue really is, it's still only a couple of weeks since I had surgery. It's not a huge period of time. It's fairly major. I know it's very regular. It's a 2,000 hip operation or 2,000 total hip replacements in the US per day. So a lot of people getting it done. That doesn't mean it's any less of a major operation. It puts your body through a shitload of stress and trauma. And I think because most of us are used to having a lot of pain. I was in crap loads of pain. It was horrible. And the day after I had the surgery, I could tell the arthritic pain was gone. That blinding, searing pain had gone. So there's this desire to get up and do things that you weren't doing. And you have to temper that as much as you can. So the moral of the story really is, this is a long play. Just chill the fuck out. Just take your time over it. I watch all these videos of people who are up and about and running around. I think, I want to do that, but you can't. You just have to go with it. The body doesn't tell you a lot. It tells you when maybe it's a bit tired or whatever. It tends to happen the day after, the day after. When if you've overstepped it a bit, it tends to blow up, swell, or you've got a bit of discomfort. I'm not on any pain meds at all. Nothing, zero. There's no need for it. Or in my case, I just don't feel I need anything at all. And I've been pretty good. But just, I have learnt my little lesson. Got a real bollocking off of physiotherapist that normally won't tell me off. She thinks I'm a bit crazy, but she won't tell me off. But she did. She really got very angry and said, look, this is your chance. Your chance to get back to normal. Don't fuck it up, Glenn, whatever you do. And I think I've taken that to heart. When your wife or husband, your wife tells you what to do all the time. So when she's done it, it's like in there, out there. You put up this mental block, yes dear, while you're thinking about hitting that beautiful 7-iron from the sand trap. So, yeah, when the physio came around and said, no, this is really not a good thing. So now, physio is just 2 times a week. It's fairly gentle. Once I've been to see the surgeon and I know that everything's settling and the alignment is right, I'd probably just step it a little bit, but I don't need to. I've got weeks, months, years to do all that. So I think my salary lesson and the moral of this is just chill. It's the hip that you've been given a second chance.